Hello, everybody. We are here for a quick webinar on karma. Hope everybody's doing well. Please feel to unmute yourself, show yourself on video. ये सब डिस्कशन होगा. मैं आपके सवालों के जवाब दूंगा और कुछ कर्मा के बारे में बातें करूंगा. Okay, so let's begin. A little bit of introduction about karma. वहीं से शुरू करते हैं. फिर उसके बाद आगे चलते हैं. क्या बोलते हैं आप लोग? हाँ के ना? So कर्मा क्या होता है? Let's go a little bit of theory understanding. How's that? Okay. Please show yourself, guys, if you can. It will be very helpful. I will also not feel कि मैं अकेला बात कर रहा हूँ. Okay. So diving into the deep topic of karma, you've all heard the word very often, maybe in very casual conversation, कि karma will catch up. But karma is much deeper. Karma is truly beyond the myths around it. So let's go where it is. Karma means what? Consequences of your actions. Karam is action. Karma, as we know from philosophy, from our the day-to-day dialect, is actually the consequences of our actions. Okay. So first, understand that it's not. People will say it's action. No, action happens before what we call as karma. So that's one step. It's like a natural cause and effect. अगर आप आम के सीड बो करोगे तो आम के सीड पाओगे, right? So what we sow is what we reap. Now the amazing thing is, and we'll go deeper, it's not what we sow, what we reap. After sowing, what actions we do after that also leads to what we reap. Because just putting in the seeds in the soil will not make the tree come up or the plants come up, right? It will happen only and only when we do a lot of work around it. So that's extremely important to do the work around it before you can get the consequences of your actions. People think consequences mean negative. No, consequences good also. An A plus in an exam is a good consequence. Winning a lottery is a consequence of buying a lottery ticket. So all of those things are required. So karma is not I did this and I got this. I did this and I kept on doing this. Then eventually I got this. Karma is completely neutral. It is free of any bias. So जो आप करोगे वैसा ही आप पाओगे. First myth, karma is punishment. No, it's not punishment. Karma is just feedback. It's a learning mechanism. When you don't do something right, how do you correct it? Simple. Karma is only from past lives. Karma is happening. That's the second myth. Karma is actually happening every moment in thoughts, emotions, and choices. Here, I will say that karma is not about thoughts. Okay. You could have a thought, but if you decide that I don't like this thought and I don't want to think like this, then you will not translate it into any kind of action. You will just move forward without ever acting on it in a negative way. Everybody who's just joined in, you can please show your videos, do everything. This is a very casual conversation. This is we're not going to do any class here. We're just discussing karma. So let's keep doing that. Right now, I'm talking about the basics of karma. The third myth about karma is it's fixed and fatalistic. मतलब इसको तो कोई बदल नहीं सकता. The fact is, karma is dynamic. With awareness, you can shift your karmic patterns. For anybody who's joining in, karma is not action, it is the consequences of your action. Okay? Many people fear karma, but karma is actually very compassionate. It gives us infinite choices to learn, grow, align with our higher self. कर्मा तीन टाइप के होते हैं, संचित, प्रारब्ध और क्रियमना कर्मा. संचित, whatever have we have accumulated. Prarabdha is what we have born with, and Kriyamana is what we are basically creating in every moment. So, in a different word, different way, Sanchit is also connected to our genes. So, जो भी हमने जो पितृ दोष जिसको माना जाता है, whatever we have taken and inherited from our ancestors. So the way I look like my father. That's the consequence. That has nothing to do with me. It is actually to do with my father, right? So it's Sanchit Karma. Prarabdha is what I as a soul am born with, the nature I'm born with. And Kriyamana Karma is what I continue to do every single day. I will also take on certain properties of my mother and my father while mixing it with Prarabdha. So that's where everything changes. But uska deeper conversation हम आगे करते रहते हैं. Now, how does karma show up in daily life? In relationship, patterns, and unless learned, will keep on repeating itself in health, mind connection, body choices, lifestyle choices. अब आप हर रोज अगर 10 लड्डू खाओगे तो मोटे हो जाओगे. There is no two ways about it. No matter how strong your metabolism is. Eventually, it will slow down and given. And in wealth. Of course, what is your mindset of wealth? Which reminds me, if anybody has not joined our abundance workshop, please do. It's starting on September 1st. Anyways, let's continue on. Thinking about, so what we need to do now? How do we break from karmic patterns? इस पे हम आने से पहले ना आपके सवाल लेते हैं. No problem, people who cannot turn the videos on, it's absolutely fine. Okay. I'm going to start taking your questions that you had because that's what we started with. First question was whether karma philosophy makes us weak. Actually, karma philosophy does not make us weak at all. So keep your destiny separate and karma separate. Okay. And if anybody wants to understand your destiny, I will explain that as well. So आपने जो सोचा, आपने जो किया, आपने सोचते हुए जो किया, उसके कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस आपको मिलेंगे. अगर आप, okay, let's take an example. I'm a person who is somebody who's always very humble, and I'm taking an example, okay? Very humble and always strives to do better. When I cook something, I will always work very hard on it because I don't believe when I'm an expert. I must be very careful in everything I did. The taste is good, everything is good, or I'll make sure that is as much as possible. And I will continue to improve myself every single day on that. Okay. Versus somebody who's an expert can also start feeling a little overconfident and miss out certain things. So the consequences of my actions, based on the thoughts I have while doing the actions, will lead to my karma. A student who is really good but is overconfident versus a student who's average and is always working hard can always beat the student who is really good. Why? Because one said, I will act once, the other person kept on practicing. That simple action of continuing to do so creates your karma. So, from Bhagavad Gita, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga. Jnana, I learned. Okay. Karam, I act. Bhakti, I continuously act. You cannot get result by acting only once. Practice makes perfect. So karma actually makes us stronger, makes us, when something doesn't work, we have to realize that we haven't done enough for it. Okay. The next question was, karma is automatically repeated in daily routine. How can one improve to get a good one? Practice what you don't like about the day before, change it, and change it with awareness. That I must work very hard. Even if I know something, मैंने 10 साल गाड़ी चलाई है, 1 साल नहीं चलाई. I shall not carry the burden of 10 years. I will start with, it's my day one. Now, how do I do it? I know certain things great, but how do I improve or enhance on it? What to do about past life karma, which we are having to face from birth? So, there is no such thing as past life karma. Prarabdha karma is a nature you bring in. I am this person. I am cranky, I am upset, I am insecure, I am jealous. First, recognize yourself, who you truly are. मैं तो बहुत humble हूँ, पर एक्चुअल में आप तो अरे मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ और वो क्या कर सकते हैं तुम्हें पता है? How much more powerful I am, how much oh I have this understanding. बोलो मत, करो. फिर आपको समझ में आएगा कि आप क्या कर सकते हो और आप क्या नहीं कर सकते. Okay, very important. So you can change any pattern in life, but first you must recognize that it's a pattern and it's an issue and it's not something that you cannot change. अरे ये तो सबके साथ ही होता है, ये तो होता रहेगा. सबके साथ नहीं होता. यहाँ पे 8 बिलियन पीपल हैं, इनके सबके साथ नहीं होता. सो टेक अवे दैट स्टूपिड स्टेटमेंट दैट इट हैपेंस टू एवरीवन. नो, ये सब तो ऐसे ही हैं. नो, दे नॉट ऑल लाइक दैट. You have not met all of them anyways. Okay. So past life is not something that impacts us at all. It only sets the basis for us of life. The next one, British looted, exploited, killed us, made a lot of money. They're still enjoying looted money and a rich country with rich and happy people. But we're still suffering. The answer is no, they're not. And that's our biggest thing. Oh, they're doing so well. You have no idea how somebody is doing unless you have lived there. Don't go by snippets of news. When you start, what you really want to understand how somebody's karma is working, live their life. You will see the challenges that they have. You will realize that whatever karmic issues that they carried, they would have, or whatever bad karma they created, they would have to face it. Whatever good karma they created, they will have to face it. A country does not have good or bad karma, it's the people. वो ब्रिटिशर्स जिन्होंने हम पूरे दुनिया पे राज किया था वो तो गायब हो गए ना. उन्होंने तो नहीं बोला था कि हम राज करने आ रहे हैं. दे हैड द एबिलिटी, दे डिड इट. वी वर वीक, वी फेल फॉर इट. वो अपना धर्म निभा रहे हैं, हम आपको अपना धर्म निभाना था. सो व्हाई ब्लेम समबडी फॉर डूइंग वेल? You can't. Yes, of course, when you make somebody suffer, and when each of those people within the armies or the government made people suffer, each of them would have definitely suffered individually at some level. Their children and their grandchildren and the great grandchildren don't need to carry it. उन्होंने क्या किया? कुछ नहीं ना. We keep on telling. I watched a movie and they're saying, "Oh, sorry, not movie. I watched Kapil Sharma show, in which he's like, oh, you Britishers ruled it,' and she sings sorry. For what? She didn't do anything. Why should she say sorry? It happened. It's over. जिन्होंने किया वो गए. उनको पकड़ो, अगर पकड़ सकते हो तो. So it's over. Okay. So it's never ever that the karma will not impact. 100% you will get both positive and negative karma consequences and results. The next one, so that I want to know about the balancing of karmas. How do we ensure that we are able to reduce negative ones or earning a positive one? Also, why people evident bad karmas flourish? I think this is the same question that happens. So one, there is no way of cutting it. There is no plus minus. You have to face the good consequences and the bad consequences. वो कहीं reduce नहीं होता है. The only thing that happens is that when you start acting towards doing good things, you build the strength to withstand the bad ones. So, for example, if you made a mess of your life and you did bad things and you decided to change, you would start getting friends and people around you. So, when the bad situations are happening, friends and people support you, you feel supported, you feel good. So, you are able to withstand it. It does not say that you're not going to face a bad karma. You will. It just says that you will be able to handle it much better with people support around you or even you yourself being stronger. The next question again was why people evident bad karmas flourish. We don't know that they are flourishing or not because we have not lived their life. We have no idea. People talk about, oh, look at how popular Mukesh Ambani is and what else they have done to earn business. There's some good ways, some bad ways. He has a son who has a life-threatening disease. Think of what the parents are going through every single day. No money in the world can change that, right? I'm just giving you an example. There may be a lot more things happening which we don't know. I'm just talking about what we see in front of us. So so I'll give you, one of my teachers said, so I asked my teacher, this person did this bad to me in my past life. How come I'm not seeing it? He said, because God wants to protect you from the bad karma. Because if you are in the same group of people watching somebody going through bad karma, some of it will impact you also, no? गेहूं के साथ घुन भी पिसता है. So you don't want to see it. Just know that karma works for people across. The next question, why we have to go through past life karma about which we don't remember anything? I should be punished then there for my bad karma to make me understand how important it is. I always feel sad to see good people who are really good go through challenges after challenges and people doing all kind of wrong deeds, enjoying their life. See, it's the same thing. Firstly, focus on you. You have no idea what other people. आपकी लाइफ में क्या चल रहा है ना, वहां पे फोकस करो, बाकी को छोड़ दो. ये जो भेड़ चाल है उसको जाने दो. Focus on just you. You and your karma. How are you doing? You don't have to go through past life karma. As you die, whenever you die, whatever you're feeling at your deathbed is the nature you're born with. That's your prarabdha. So make sure that when you die or close to death, you are happy and content. And for that, you have to practice being happy and content for your whole life. You can't suddenly change and transform towards your death. Okay. So yeah, don't worry. I totally agree. Past life karma is just a word to put across. Now, a lot of times we feel, हमने तो कभी कुछ खराब नहीं किया. Have you killed an ant? Have you killed a fly? Have you killed a mosquito? Have you plucked flowers? Have you plucked flowers from the plucked grass? Have you cut a tree? Have you said something bad to somebody? Have you said no to somebody? All of these will lead to bad karma. Can you give it up? No. In Mahabharat, Krishna was told he could have stopped the war by Gandhari, the mother of all the Kauravas. And because he did not, she cursed him with the death of all his clan, his family. And he said, so be it, for the greater good, I shall take it. So none of us can get away from experiencing bad karma because we made somebody feel bad. At the same time, when you're on the right side, even if somebody else is feeling bad, you would have the support of the people which will give you the strength to withstand that bad karma. Always remember that. Okay, so next one was the same. If we keep on clearing past life karma, when would we enjoy our lives? You're living your life is actually the consequence of all the actions in your life at the moment. So you are not living past life, you're actually living current life karma. How to heal ancestral karma? You don't heal it. Ancestral inheritance gives you good and bad qualities. What you don't like about yourself, change it. It's all come from your ancestors anyway. What you like about yourself, keep it. While there are various meditations done for ancestral karma, Pitradosh, and we do Shrad and all that fun stuff, it is actually to keep us or bring us into the awareness of who we are, the Shrad period. In that period, we realized the parts of us that we inherited from our grandfather, maybe their anger. Like I inherited my father's diseases, and I said, which came from where? By wanting to be loyal to my father, which most of the boys want. So how do we do that? Saying, I love my father, but I don't need to be loyal to him to that core where I love my father for taking on his diseases. I don't need to do that. And there are prayers and meditations for it you can do to remove it. Remember though, all the good things that are happening to you also are also coming from your genes. So you don't want to give your Pitru dosh. And dosh means nature. It's not bad nature, it means nature. It could be good dosh or bad dosh. Okay. Any modality, no past life karma and memory? Yes, but you don't need to do it. Focus on yourself, focus on your awareness, change who you are, and you're good. Life is good. Nothing needs to be done. You don't make it need to make it so complex. So why do healers have so many different modalities? The same way we have 200 different channels, all showing the same thing. We all marketing. We all trying to make some money, right? And it's fair. If you want to keep on believing that it is really hard to change yourself, there's somebody who to sell you, who'll be selling you the next course, and that's okay. It's all good. The next one was, I think that all grief and resentment arise when we see unwanted situation in our lives as punishment or karma. Once we begin to realize that these situations may be an opportunity to learn and grow, the total perspective gets changed. Absolutely. So every situation you're in, it is your creation, which means you can change it. We went through two workshops very recently, Shadow Healing and Aham Brahmasmi, which is a total of 44 days, 43, 44 days. So anybody wants to attend that, let me know. I'll send you a recording for a certain price. So that ways you can start removing these challenges in your awareness, in your present situation. Okay, the next question was, what kind of action should we perform every day that we are free from karma? How to lessen the burden of my past karma? One, you can never free yourself from karma. You can free yourself from or change the way your life is by doing the right things. And you have to continue to do them for your whole life. If you are going to drink alcohol, your liver will get impacted. If you're going to get upset, you are going to get a heartish challenge. That will happen. So change it. For example, your mate did not show up. Thank her. Today, you can exercise. You can do the cleaning so that you burn more calories. So a lack of presence creates more exercise opportunities for you. Since it's established by the saying that soul sometimes or reborn, then we could have been ancestors. It's our soul only as ancestors. Your thoughts. So soul is just energy. Okay. It's coming in. The question I think is, are we reborn as ourselves? Yes and no, depending on what lesson we want to. It's like a game, right? We're trying to evolve every single moment. We're fighting against our ego. Okay. So we come in. So we said, Dear God, I want to play a game. God said Tathastu and created this whole world. Point one. Now, how do I enjoy it? Okay, God said, I'm going to send you a challenger, call your own ego. Now you have to defeat it. But you can't beat it down. You have to surrender and climb. So it's going to keep on telling, pushing you down, and you keep on surrendering and climbing, keep on surrendering and climbing, keep on surrendering and climbing. How do you do that? Discipline, surrender, and you are past it. So it doesn't matter if you're reborn as your own ancestor. It doesn't matter. What do I want to do in this life? Be happy. How do I be happy? Focus on my karma. That's it. Focus on my karma. All right. The next one. And I'm going to take the questions in this group also that have come up. So please keep sharing if you have any questions here. Who monitors the karma bank? Who does it and how does it operate? Who defines what qualifies the good or bad karma, especially when what seems right to one person may seem wrong to another? If you do something that is hurtful to another person, it's bad karma. If you do it for your own selfish needs, it's bad karma. Bhagavad Gita prescribes when you do an action, it should be for greater good, family good, and then your good in that manner. So, greater family, yours. Greater family, yours. Greater family, yours. Every, I totally agree. Some one person's doing something nice, maybe bad for another. Please don't help people unless they are asking for your help, because that will always create bad karma, even if it does good things for them, because they haven't asked for your help. The universe monitors the karmic bank. I only do good karma. Past karma plays important. We need to accept it as God's will, I feel so. There is no such thing as God's will, it's your will. That's a free will. So you don't need to accept anything as God's will. It's free will. Okay? What you are doing is what you are reaping. Am I enjoying my life as per my past karma? Premji have asked this question here. If you can please uh, give more details, I can understand this better. Nothing about karma in present life. It's all about acceptance of practical life. In society, if we can't adjust in this, whatever positive or negative. Okay, firstly, don't adjust. Accept, acknowledge, allow. Okay, don't accept. I will adjust to my father's bad behavior. No, you are doing is you because you have no ability to earn your own money, so you are living in his house and taking his bad behavior. Be honest. Very important. We say, oh, I don't like my husband is narcissistic, or my wife is narcissistic, but I'm still there. Why? Oh, because I don't know how to earn money. Yes, that is the truth. You are facing consequences or negative actions or nasty behavior because you have decided you don't know how to live independently. Very important. So before we go, let me just see if there are any questions here. Okay, so in free will, I am supposedly the doer and face the karma, but I'm actually puppet dancing to the universe. No, you are the doer. You're not dancing to anybody's tunes. Everything that is happening to you is consequences of what you have done. So, to summarize, karma is very simple. If I pick up Krishnji and I say, ये तो सिर्फ एक मेटल है, इसको कुछ इससे हम नेल तोड़ सकते हैं, तो ये मेटल है. अगर हम बोलेंगे कि मैं इसकी पूजा करता हूँ, इससे मुझे एनर्जी मिलती है, तो मुझे एनर्जी मिलेगी ही. It is you who is deciding all of this. You. The consequences of actions are you. Change them today, and in time, everything will change. Just like you have built whatever you have built in time today, similarly, if you change it today, you will build it in time again. You are everything and you are nothing, which is the scientific answer, because you are a wave and you are a particle. A wave is nothing, a particle is everything. So you are everything and you are nothing, both. Are you God? 100%. Are you not God? 100%. Any more questions before we go? Or are we done? Okay, let's take a deep breath. Raise your hands up. Pull in energy from around the universe. The energy of cleansing all the negative thoughts and replacing with positive actions from now. As I count from 10 to 0, all the negative energy will pull down and fall out of your feet, and positive energy will enter and complete your body. 10, 9, 8, 7. Feel the energy, negative energy flowing downwards through your feet into Mother Earth and positive energy flowing from your hands, completing your body. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and clap. That's it, done. This is the exercise you do every morning to release all the negativity out and bring in positivity. And in 60 days, see the karmic patterns shift and transform. I thank everybody who's come here today and watching this. If you have any more questions after this, please feel free to ask. I'm there to answer them. So, for everybody who's wishing for a good thing, can we all say, raise our hand and say, Tathastu, 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 3 times. Tathastu, Tathastu, Tathastu. God bless.